Hello and welcome to Gold Diet. The way it works is that we are favorizing the good absorption of nutrients. In order to have good digestion, what's important is to avoid bad combinations of food, combinations which would be difficult for the body to digest. Now, the things to avoid are using proteins difficult to digest in our mixing food. It detects, first of all, the kind of food that there is. Now, if that food is protein, the stomach secretes certain protein type food. Now, if there is starch or carbohydrates in your stomach, then the body secretes different enzymes, different gastric fluids, which are a totally different pH. That's the pH value, the acidity or alkalinity value of the fluid. Now, you well know from chemistry what would happen if you were to mix an acid with an alkali, a base, with pH 7 being neutral, just like water. And water doesn't dissolve or digest or break down anything at all. Things would just stagnate in water. And so there's no digestive process which takes place. Now, if you were to only eat protein, the digestive process would normally take about 3 hours or so, depending also on what kind of protein you're eating. Because if you're eating pork meat, then it would be 4 hours digestive time rather than 3 hours for all the other types of protein. For carbohydrates, it's 3 hours for all carbohydrates. Now, if you respect those times and you only eat one or the other, just protein or just starch, carbohydrates, on their own, then the body can easily digest that type of food within the 4 hours. And then after that, the digestion is finished and the blood can be used for other things instead of being concentrated in the stomach for digestion. Meaning that you are fitter to do physical exercise, mentally you can concentrate better because there's more blood available to go to the brain. And it also means the food that's been digested is better absorbed by the body. A better absorption of the essential nutrients, uh, those nutrients that have been well absorbed, can then be used by the body to build up muscle tissue. If somebody is underweight and is lacking that muscle tissue, and that is what will enable a person to either gain weight if they're underweight or lose weight. That is why we call this the gold diet, the grain or lose diet, because in fact it's exactly the same well combined way of eating, which can either make you gain weight if you lack body weight, underneath ideal weight. Or if you have excess weight, then the good nutrients that are absorbed will not be those that make you fat, like bad kinds of cholesterol and fat and all those things. Because of the good digestion, the bad elements in the food are broken down and discarded by the body, eliminated correctly, so that it doesn't add to your body weight as fat, as in tissue. And that way you avoid gaining weight. And if you have excess weight, that weight will then be eliminated by this healthy way of eating. Now, this diet has been internationally recognized all over the world. In the United States, it's called the Fit for Life diet or way of living, because you don't just have to do it for a certain period of time like diet to lose weight or gain weight. You can continue eating like this all your life because it's very healthy. Nothing artificial, just ordinary food. It's just the way you eat it that's different. Either the starch, carbohydrate, that is to say, or the protein, one or the other during your meal, but not both mixed together, because that's what causes the indigestion. And then instead of 3, 4, as I was saying earlier, 4 meals, it would be 4 hours time of digestion, because 4 is very difficult to digest. If there's a bad mixture with carbohydrates mixed with the protein together, and the body's secreting both the acidic and the alkaline gastric fluids to try to digest both of those different types of food at the same time, with the result of the pH 7, which is usual, like water, well, it just stagnates, it putrefies, becomes rotten, and that gives you indigestion. And that stays in your stomach for like 18 hours. For 18 hours, the body continues to try and digest this food, secreting more and more acidic gastric fluids for one type of food, alkaline base gastric fluids for the other type of food, that keep mixing together with no effect, no digestive process. And after 18 hours, the body, totally tired and exhausted, all that twice. Very tired and exhausted when they eat food that's not properly combined, the body just gives up and just throws out all of that food and is just expelled from the body. But because the bad elements haven't been broken down in order to be properly thrown out, those, on the other hand, do add themselves to the body as bad fats. And the good elements, the good nutrients, which should have been absorbed by the body in the digestive process, have been done properly with only eating one or other of the 2 different types of food without mixing them together in a way, then those good elements, those good nutrients, instead of being absorbed and doing good to the body, strengthening the body, the person who's underweight, giving them extra muscle tissue and extra body weight, they're underweight, or if somebody who's overweight, enabling them just to have the good elements and not the bad elements, so finally the extra fat just disappears. So that is what I recommend to you. The GOLD diet, gain or lose diet, depending if you need to gain weight, if you're underweight, lose weight, overweight. And as I was saying, it's called Fit for Life in the United States. It's called the Montignac diet in France. Dr. Hayes diet in the UK, England, In Belgium, it's the way of eating of disassociated food. So, disassociated food diets, where you disassociate certain foods by not eating them together at the same time. Now, that is the goal. Obviously, the proteins, which should not be mixed with the carbohydrates. So, you shouldn't mix starch and protein together. Now, if you look at this more closely, there are other categories of food within the protein. For carbohydrate, starch, it's all the same thing. So there's only one category. That's simple. And it's always 3 hours digestion. That's simple. Now, in the protein foods, there are 4 different categories instead of just one. Now, the 4 different categories of the proteins are meat, fish, and poultry protein, which form together one group. And then you also have the dairy products, which form another group. You also have nuts, which are the third protein group. And the last, the fourth group, that's eggs. Eggs which would be eaten on their own because they're very difficult to digest. Just like milk should be drunk on its own because that's very difficult to digest. But when you're within one of those protein groups, you can mix the different proteins within them. For example, meat, fish with poultry. That's fine. If you're wanting to eat nuts, well, you need all the different types of nuts: cashew nuts, peanuts, Brazil nuts, coconuts, almonds, pistachios, etc. So all the nuts can be eaten together. In the dairy section of protein, we need yogurt, ice cream, butter, and cheese, and fresh cream. All the other dairy products mixed together, that's fine. Now, as I was saying, eggs always on their own. To accompany your protein or your starch, that is to say the carbohydrates, you can always eat vegetables, green vegetables, not the potatoes, because that's starch, which would only be with starch. But green vegetables can both be with starch or with protein. So green vegetables can be eaten with absolutely anything, except fruit. Fruit is the only thing which should be eaten on its own, preferably in the morning. Best time to eat fruit at the start of the day. And fruit, well, you can mix all the different types of fruit together, that's fine. The time of digestion of all fruits, except for bananas, is half an hour. Bananas, it's 3/4 of an hour because it's a little bit more difficult to digest. There's less water content because the rest of fruits, it's like 90% water content. That's why they're very easy to digest and only half an hour is needed for food to be digested. That's why it's suggested to have those in the morning. So you start off the day with something easy to digest in half an hour, or if it's bananas, 3/4 an hour later. After you finish your fruit, well, you're ready for anything. You can do physical exercise because the blood is then available and not monopolized by the stomach, available for your muscles, arms, legs, etc. So you're ready to do physical work. If you want to do intellectual work, then the blood is also available to irrigate the brain. So you'll do better with intellectual work if you're no longer digesting after you've eaten your fruit after half an hour. Now, salad, it's a bit like vegetables. 2 hours digestion. Salads, just like vegetables. And also the salad can be eaten with absolutely everything, except, as I was saying earlier, fruit, because fruit is always on its own. And also salad, therefore, can accompany both protein and starch. So if it's a starch meal, carbohydrates, then you can eat salad and or vegetables with it. If it's a protein meal, then obviously, once again, you can eat either vegetables or uh, salads with the protein. As long as you don't mix the proteins and the carbohydrates, you're fine. Now, it's important, of course, to drink a lot of water. Doctors tend to recommend 2 or 3 liters a day. If you're able to do that, now obviously it doesn't have to be just the water, 2 or 3 liters a day. It's basically 2 or 3 liters of fluid. That could be soup, it could be fruit juice, it could be tea, coffee, anything you'd like to drink, really. Anything that's. But try and aim for 2 or 3 liters a day, and that'll give you also a good digestion, and it'll be good for cleaning out the body. Now, talking about cleaning out the body, it's important to evacuate waste products, not just by drinking a lot, but also, as this is the byproduct of the digestive process, the waste products need to be eliminated from the body, preferably in the morning, so that you're feeling good for the whole day, because you've eliminated all the waste products from your body, you go to the toilet. And that is why it's good to eat the fruits in the morning, and nothing but fruits, if possible, until midday, until you eat your lunch, your midday meal. And fruit being easily digested, they go very quickly through the digestive system, which means that they will be ready to be thrown out of the body as waste products, carrying along with them anything that might be left over from the previous day, from the previous evening's meal. And it's a good way of cleansing the body, of basically just wiping out and just eliminating all those waste products. Now, exercise obviously is very important, because that will enable the good nutrition, when you're absorbing food properly by respecting the correct combinations of food, to be used to more easily build up your muscles, especially for those who are underweight. You need to build up their body weight, but also to lose weight. Obviously, if you have excess fats, you want to burn off that fat. And exercise is one of the best ways of doing it, at least if you want to do it as quickly as possible. Now, this diet, this gold diet, again, or lose diet, is a diet that I myself have done and followed uh, 3 times. I say 3 times because I had an interruption in between each time I did it, which I shouldn't have done, because when I wasn't following this way of eating, I put on weight again. But whilst I was following this way of eating, each of the 3 times I lost about 50, that's 50, 50 kilos of weight. It took about 9 months. Okay? But each time it was about 50 kilos lost, from about 120 kilos down to about 70 kilos. once I even went down to 65. So it is very effective. And the good thing is, you can eat until you satisfy your appetite, which is not the case of a lot of diets where you have to count the calories, maybe like Weight Watchers, and so you have to limit the amount that you eat, or other diets which have substitutes, food substitutes, which aren't even natural food, with all these artificial chemical products, and that isn't very good for the body either, side effects. So it's better to just stick to ordinary food. You mustn't overeat, of course. You mustn't end up with an upset tummy. If you have stomach ache, well, that's not good either, because the body will not be able to digest the food properly if you have eaten so much that the digestive system of the body cannot cope with that excess amount of food in your stomach. So it's better just to eat until you've satisfied your appetite. So you see, the body has a way of telling you when you've eaten enough. If you're no longer feeling hungry, well, that is a signal that you no longer need to eat, and that's the time to stop eating. If when you're no longer feeling hungry, you continue eating until you're feeling sick or have a stomach ache, well, that won't be good for you. And instead of this gold diet functioning well, instead you'll just gain weight, and the wrong type of weight, fatty weight, fat tissue, and that won't be in your best interest, of course. So always just satisfy your appetite, no more, and you don't need to eat less than that either. So at least you're not hungry, which is good compared to a lot of diets where you end up often hungry. Uh, Obviously, most people eat 3 times a day: breakfast, lunch, supper, to have a balanced way of eating, a balanced diet. Obviously, it's not good to eat in between meals. And if you just concentrate on those 3 meals, you'll be fine. Some people like to do fasting. That's fine as well. So those are all optional possibilities which you can do to adapt your way of eating. Some people like to only eat twice a day. Other people only once a day. That's fine. As long as your meal is properly combined, that is the golden rule. Now, the advantages of this, as I was saying earlier, you have more energy available, both physically and intellectually, for your muscles and for your brain when your time of digestion is finished. That's why we aim to have the shortest time of digestion. You will feel better, you'll feel less tired, you will sleep better. It's always good to sleep 3 hours after you've eaten, or to put it another way, make sure you finish eating 3 hours before you intend to sleep. That way, if you want to sleep at 9 o'clock in the evening, if you finish eating at 6 o'clock in the evening, well, you'll have finished digesting the most products, except of course pork meat, as I said earlier, which is 4 hours digestion. In that case, if you were sleeping at 10 o'clock in the evening and you're eating pork meat before that, and you finish eating the pork meat at 6 o'clock in the evening, then your food will have been digested during those 4 hours between 6 p.m. in the evening and 10 o'clock in the evening, and you'll have a good night's sleep because your body will no longer be in the digestive process. It'll be relaxed, and as your body is no longer working, you'll be able to sleep much better because your body is at rest. Other things which are important, well, I mentioned to to eat eggs on their own and to drink milk on its own. Things like salt, pepper, well, that doesn't really have any effect or change anything as far as this way of eating is concerned. So things like spices, curry powder, chili powder, uh, any other types of spices, condiments, food flavorings, that's fine. Nothing, there's nothing in particular concerning those things. So feel free to eat spicy food if you want to eat spicy food and to add whatever you want as seasoning to your food. So that's always a good thing. So basically that covers everything concerning this gold diet. Obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me those questions either in the live chat or after the live session. When you watch the recorded video, feel free to leave comments or questions in that particular section. And of course, it will be a pleasure for me to answer those remarks, questions, comments, etc. that you may write. So I hope you enjoy this way of eating, the gold diet, and that it's successful for you, as it's been for me 3 times in a row, with losing 50 kilos from 120 kilos down to 70 kilos. I'm doing it again now, a 4th time, because at the moment I need to lose weight again. So if you can follow what I advise rather than some of the mistakes I've made in the past by stopping this way of eating and just eating any old thing and putting weight on, try to eat like this all the time if you can. And if you do eat in this well-balanced, well-combined way, then you will be in good shape all of your life, instead of going up and down, like I've been doing in the past. So I'm also learning from my own mistakes. Now I'm really concentrating on doing this right myself so that I will stay at my ideal weight, my height, and that way I'll always feel good, always feel healthy, lots of energy available. I won't be feeling tired all day long. I'll be sleeping well, and everything will go well. So let it go well for you as well. And as I say at the end of my description for this diet, well, just go for gold and enjoy it. All the best. Take care. Cheers. Bye bye.